Pickles worth $500? Last Saturday, my friends and I decided to do something good for a change and volunteered at a local charity auction. It was a typical scene: white tablecloths, fancy cheese platters, and the kind of wine that makes you feel sophisticated but is actually just boxed vino poured into a decanter. We were assigned to manage the bidding sheets, which sounded fun until I realized it mostly involved deciphering drunken scribbles that could either be a bid of $50 or a new entry in the hieroglyphics dictionary. The auction began with the usual stuff: a weekend getaway to a local vineyard, a designer handbag, and a painting that looked like someone dropped spaghetti on a canvas and called it art. Things were going smoothly until the auctioneer introduced item number 17, a jar of pickles labeled time travel kit. I laughed it off as a joke item, but to my surprise, people started bidding on it with an enthusiasm usually reserved for Black Friday sales or free tacos. The initial bid was $10, but within minutes, it skyrocketed to $200. As the bids kept climbing, the room's energy shifted from mild amusement to full-blown frenzy. People who had previously been too busy schmoozing to even glance at the stage were now waving their paddles like they were trying to land a plane. My friend Dave, who was supposed to be helping me with the bidding sheets, was now in the middle of the action, yelling out bids like an auctioneer possessed. I asked him what the hell was so special about the pickles, and he replied, "I've always wanted to travel back to when my ex still liked me." In the end, the jar sold for a whopping $500 to a sweet elderly lady who just looked at the jar and said, "I remember when pickles were a nickel." As we packed up, I couldn't help but chuckle at the absurdity of the night. We might have raised a lot of money, but I learned a valuable lesson: never underestimate the power of a good brine to warp time and space. Or wallets.